welcome back to my YouTube channel, everyone. I'm so glad that you are here. I kind of just wanted to discuss my moving and kind of discuss what's different this time. Yes, a year after I moved to LA, I am moving again. Let's get into it. This is all the info with AKA. Hey YouTube fam. Okay, so as I said, I am moving again after moving to LA a year ago. I am only moving 3 minutes away though, so don't be alarmed. I love where I work and I am staying with it until God shows me a different path. So I am staying in LA. I'm also staying close to work. So I'm actually moving into one of my good friend over here, my best friend over here. I'm moving into her apartment. Again, she's 3 minutes away. And I am so excited. She is literally on the same floor. We're just in different buildings, but she's technically really down the hall because she's in building 55. I'm in 56. And how the buildings are, they are all number 5s, and all the 5 buildings are connected to each other. So literally you just gotta go down the hall. Just go right down the hall. Just go straight down. It's a long corridor, but just go straight down the hall, you'll get there. And I am moving with a roommate. So I ended up doing this to help out a friend. She tried staying where she is, which is up in the hills, and it's cheaper. Well, it's less expensive. I don't like to use the word cheaper. It's less expensive, but the thing is that it's still a little bit above her budget. She's trying to stay in a certain budget, which is totally fine. And because of that, she asked me to move in with her, and I said, it's a bit far from work. I'm not moving too far. So that was actually the reason why I said no. I'm actually moving. Originally was moving 2023, probably January, February, especially since I am a month-to-month at the apartment I'm at now. And that was my plan once I become official at where I'm at now. And her mom actually wrote her and was like, well, see if she wants to be roommates and go out there. You'll get paid more. So that's what she did. And she wrote me, so we're moving. I'm excited for the move. I'm just excited to, 1, be near my best friend, and then 2, have the amenities that this apartment doesn't have. So I'm moving into a place that has a pool, a jacuzzi, a gym. If I wanted to like throw a party, they have a game room. Where I'm at now only has 2 floors and a jacuzzi. And I'm also really excited to just showcase all the nitty-gritty of moving. Since I didn't do it for my first move, since that first move kind of was a lot of a headache. So for people that do not know, my first move was kind of a do it and just do it. So I actually ended up going, if I do not do this right now, I'm not gonna do it, and I'm gonna stay here with my mom and my dad, and I really do not want to be there with my dad. Like I couldn't do it anymore. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. So I did, and I had something arranged. It was for July, which is when I moved in, but it was in a different city. It was in Inglewood. So it was for July of 2021, and it was in Inglewood. And the whole gist of it all was that some woman wrote me on Facebook, and she did that with a few people. And she is apparently a property manager for this Black man who invests in properties and then rents them out. So it's kind of like it's a roommate situation. So it's something like, if you guys ever heard of Common, where they have roommates and stuff and you just pay it, but it's less expensive than Common. You don't get the amenities like the pool and everything, but you get, nice backyard. You get less of a price to pay each month. I think it was only probably like $1,100, and everything was great. But somebody actually moved in before me, and I was hearing horror stories, and in the end I just did not, it wasn't for me. So basically the horror stories that came with it was they have cameras inside the house in the living room area. People couldn't be over after like 12 a.m. like after midnight. People had to leave. It was just a whole big thing, and it was just like, it was just a headache, and it was a lot happening that I was hearing stories about. And the person I was gonna be roommates with, she ended up breaking the lease and getting out of it. And I thankfully did not even go into it. But what happened was that I was still gonna do it because I didn't have a place to be yet. But on my way back home from Costa Rica with my mom and my sister, on the plane, literally before we took off, the property management is like, you asking too many questions. We just decided that you just aren't a good fit for this. I was asking questions about the property that I thought was weird and that I thought needed to be, answered. She had a problem with that. That was a red flag, and I was very thankful that that happened to me. I was like, God is watching my back. Me and him, we on them same pages. And literally was 2 days before it was time for me to move. Everything was already shipped down to that apartment. I had to get an Airbnb for 2 weeks. You guys, I was just pissed off. I was searching for Airbnbs right before our flight. I think we probably had 10 minutes before the flight took off, was searching for Airbnbs before the flight took off. And then I found a few of them, finally got home, was looking through it more, and I was like, okay, cool. So found some, and it actually was my mistake. It was not 2 days, it was 1 day, because we came back a day before it was time for me to go. Found some Airbnbs, looked at the ones that was the least expensive, and I stood at an Airbnb that was, it was a house, and the guy who owns it his bedroom was in the back. He had his son's bedroom was up in the front, and it was the 2 guest bedroom. I was there and somebody else was there. And I met my best friend, whose apartment I'm actually going into. I met her through a Facebook group, and it was one of those LA friends, make friends group, moving group, and we met each other through there. And from there, she moved, actually, funny story, she moved a week before I did, with her mom was still there, helping her move in. And she actually helped me find apartments. She drove me around because I didn't have my car. So I didn't have my car yet. She drove me over to the place I was going to be staying at to grab all of my things. It wasn't much anyways, but to grab all of my things, so then that way I can get them, they don't throw them out. And I was waiting for my car, so she drove me around to all the different apartments that was in my budget. And yeah, so thankfully this apartment didn't ask for 3 times the rent or anything like that. It's a very low-key type apartment, I guess. They didn't check my credit, but it was fine. And I got the apartment for $13.05, and then I paid for parking. So I paid, everything is $13.35, and then they add a $2 tax and a fee and stuff. So I think it comes out to $13.45, probably $13.40, I think, with all the little taxes and fees and stuff. $2 this, $2 that. And yeah, so with that, I was just like, oh my gosh. So because of all of that, I ended up living there, and I lived there for the entire year this whole time. Some of my videos that you've seen in my gray chair is there in my little closet hallway that I have. And I enjoyed the place. Again, I never went into jacuzzi, and honestly, the entire time I've been there for the year, I've seen only 1 couple actually go into jacuzzi. I see people go into the jacuzzi, but they use the barbecue pit. I just never seen people go into the jacuzzi. They clean it every week, so I don't know. I have no idea. But so yeah, I really haven't seen people go into the jacuzzi, but each to his own. I was like, I don't go in there, but I would go to my friend's place, who lives 3 minutes away, and go into to her jacuzzi. So now it feels amazingly awesome to say, we get to go into the jacuzzi together. We get to be like, okay, we're gonna do a workout. We're gonna go into the same building. It feels so cool. It's always great when you live with a really good friend and one of your best friends, and you either live together or you live near each other, where it's in the same building or it's a few moments away. So that is really cool. I'm so excited. She knows about it, and I am beyond happy to just be in an apartment with great amenities. Again, we have a big pool, big jacuzzi, the gym. I'm gonna be doing my workouts there. I don't need to go over there, do the workout, and then come back home, get into the car to drive 3 minutes to go back home, because it's exhausting when you do it that way. Even though we live 3 minutes apart, I'm like, girl, I cannot wait. So I am moving. I'm so excited to be moving. Again, I'm moving in with someone I know, and So far, so good. Moving is still going great. And you guys will be getting updates from me in different videos of how my move is going, what's been going on. And I am so excited to just discuss all the different negatives, the different positives. I'm excited to do an apartment tour because I did not do it with this apartment. And I'm just excited to just discuss everything that's going on. I'm going to be talking about celebrity gossip, things going on in my life. I'm going to be discussing with my talk show. I can't wait for you guys to watch that and see all the different videos. And yes, I am super stoked, super excited. And yes, I'm like trying to make sure I get everything kind of out, so when the next videos come, you won't be really confused. You'll have an idea. But I think that's it for this video. I think that's it for this video. So that is my introduction to my moving, and I can't wait to share more with you guys about my moving, just about everything in general. And yeah, I'm so excited. Okay, I'm about to go home because it's the end of my shift. And that is it for now. Thanks you guys for tuning in, for watching the entire video. I hope it is informing. I hope it's enjoyable, and I hope you'd stay tuned for, the next episodes, and hopefully you have been watching my previous episodes. And I will see you guys on the next episode of All the Info with aka.